Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel Tutor Things. Today in this video, we are going to see method parameters. So, what are the parameters? How we can use parameters in methods? Like whenever you're calling a method, so you can also include parameters while calling to that method, and so all these things we are going to see how we can set default parameter and what will be the return types of methods and named arguments are there. So what is meant by arguments and what are called named arguments. So we are all going to discuss all these things in this video. So don't skip any part. Watch this video till end so that you will get clarity on what is method parameters and what are arguments, all these things. So as you know, we started C Sharp tutorials up to now. We have covered all these topics in this W3 Schools website line wise. We have covered all the things. So in this methods, we are going to see this part in this video. So once go to my playlist and check out my videos. So any one of my video will help you to understand the things better. Subscribe to my channel for many more videos like this. So in upcoming videos, we are planning to give a method overloading and oops concepts in present in C Sharp. We are going to do videos on that. So subscribe and click the bell icon so that you will never miss any update from us. You'll get notified each time when we upload a new video. Let's see what are meant by parameters. So as we see in methods in C Sharp, right? So C Sharp is a programming language which will released by Microsoft and run on .NET platform. So whereas method is a block of code that runs whenever it is called, like similar to the functions which are present in other programming language. If you want that block of code to be executed at the required time, then you can just call that method so that that will got executed. So any information if you want to pass to that method, then that can be done by using these parameters. So parameter acts as a variable inside the method. So these are specified after the method name. Inside the parentheses you can add as many as parameters you want, just separated them with a comma. So these are specified in the parentheses which we have, right? So square brackets, sorry, not square brackets, normal brackets. So there you have to specify these names. These are called variables. Just like variables inside the parentheses we have to mention not only one, you can mention any by just comma separated you can mention. The following example you can see here, it has a method takes as a string f name. So fname as a parameter here. When the method is called, we have to pass that first name which is used inside the method to print the full name. So here you can see the method which my method has my method, and it is demanding you to pass one parameter here. So that parameter they want to print here. The value coming into that parameter they want to print here, and some text also added to that. So first name they want to send it here. So that will get a full name there. So first name they are passing there. So for the whenever you calling this method, you also have to pass that parameter also. Here you can see I'm calling the same method by three times with different names. Here you can see string I'm passing name Jenny and Anja. So every time it will pass this parameter so that it will got printed here. So here you can see it is appended in the first you are getting the Jenny nexus, you are getting second, and third we are getting this thing. So like this you can pass parameters. So here you can see the example of single parameter, right? You can call any number of times or single time. So main method got executed whenever the program got executed. In that main method we are calling my method three times, so this it is printing three times this by the name passing which you are whenever calling this method is differs every time. So this is one of the example of passing parameters with the method. So you can have whenever a method is passed to the method, it is called an argument. So these are called parameters, like which you are passing to the methods is called as a parameter. So what you are passing here, this is called arguments. Whatever the thing which you are passing whenever the method is calling, so so parameter is passed to the method, it is called argument. So from this example above, f name is a parameter while Lemmy and Jenny and Anjan are the arguments. So these are the parameter f name. So in that parameter we are passing these values. So these values are called as arguments here. So the naming you have to understand. So the with data type mentioned, and whenever we have in the braces, whenever the method definition, these are called parameters. Whatever the values we are passing whenever we are calling that method is called as arguments. So hope you have understood the difference between parameters and arguments. So let's see passing multiple parameters and multiple arguments. You will have, these are called arguments and these are called parameters. You can have many parameters just like uh, just by comma separated. Here you can see f name is there and age is there. So f name is a string type we are passing, and integer age will be the integer type we are passing. So whenever you are calling that method, you have to pass those whatever the name and the age here. So which is a string type and one is a integer type. So we are passing that, and I want to print that value of f name which you are passing there is dash is the age. So age also we are printing. Lem is a is this much age, 5 age, like Jenny is 8 age. So you will get outputs like this. Three times you are calling the method. Likewise, here you are passing two parameters. Not only two parameters, you can pass any number of parameters by just comma separated kind of thing. So this is the output for the passing one parameter is this example, just a name. Here we are also adding age. You can also add the last name. Likewise, you can do. So you one thing which you have to notice, whenever you are working with multiple parameters, the method call should have the same number of arguments as the other parameter, and the arguments must be passed in the same order. So you are having this right. Whenever you feel if you miss any parameter there, it will throw an error. So whatever the here parameters have, that should match with the arguments which you are passing here. It will throw an error. You can see. So overload, no overloading method, it will having a overloading problem because it is not having same number of arguments and parameters here. So it will throw an error if you got such kind of things. So other thing which you have to remember is you have to send them in the proper order. You can see if we give 5 comma Jenny, like I'm just first giving a integer type and next I'm giving string type. So it is having a mismatch. So arguments is not matching actually with the parameters which we have mentioned. Then also you will get a problem like best overloading for this application has some invalid arguments. Likewise, valids or not arguments are not invalid with these parameters which are having for that method. So these two things we have to avoid, the two kind of errors which we can expect between these arguments and parameters matching. So that can be override, that can be problem can be override by using method overloading. We'll discuss in the upcoming video. So now parameters and arguments concept is clear, right? So next one thing which you have to know is default parameter. So every time no need to pass parameter. If you are not passing any parameter to any method, so you can have a default value set for that parameter actually. So default parameter value, you can also use default parameter value by using is equal to sign. So in this call, you can see this example. If you can call a method without an argument, it will uses the default value as Norway. Here see, first time we are calling with Sweden, and second time we are calling with India. Third time I am not giving any argument for this method. So at that time, what generally if you give only the parameter here, it will throw an error. So but here I am having a parameter with an assigned value as Norway. So whenever you are not passing any argument, it will defaultly set that value of a parameter as Norway. So that will got printed here as a city. So you can see for third value also it is gives output as Norway. So even if you are not passing that here as an argument, so this is called as a default parameter. Like you are setting the value of a default parameter as Norway. So even if you don't pass any argument, it will default give as output as Norway whenever you are not calling that method or like this. So this is here we're not having any default value, but here we are having country name as default value. So here if I remove this USA also, whenever run, here also you will get Norway, and here also you will not get Norway, because the default value will comes. So whenever you're not passing any argument, not only single ones, every time if you're not passing, then it will give the same result. So Norway you are getting two times. So this is called default parameter. So a parameter with a default value is often called as optional parameter. From the above example, country is an optional parameter and Norway is a default value. So here you can pass this, they pass this argument or not. If you not pass, this is optional. The default value for the country is already set, that is Norway here. So this is the default parameter. Next, return values. So return values, we have seen void as so far. Void is nothing but which method doesn't have any return value, then it will mention that like as void type. So if you want to method to return a value, at that time what we have to use in that place is we have to use data types such as int, double, or return type as string, like that. Instead of void, we have to use the return keyword inside the method. If you are returning anything, you have to use return keyword. So return some value. So what that value type it is, we have to mention before the method name. So this is the example. You can see my method is a method which I am having parameters as int x. So what I am returning is I want to append 5 to that. I am adding 5 to the input value which you have provided. so that will result and give integer only. So this return type of this method is int, so here we have to give int, so return a number we have to return. So this method will be called in main method actually, so where we are printing that the result of this main method, my method, with the argument 3. So 3 is I am passing the argument for my method, so that is coming into and assigned to this parameter. So 3 value I am passing, that will append to 5. So 5 plus 3 will get the answer 8. This will return type 8, so that will comes here. So it will display you the answer 8, so output will be 8. Like this you can pass parameters and get return values from this method, and you have to specify that return type before the method, and you have to use return keyword, so that that will return, otherwise it will not return. So if you don't want to return anything, then you can mention void here, and you can display here itself console dot write line, then you can print the value there. So that also you can do. So that the two options which are present. So example written some of the methods of two parameters. Here it is some other example they have given. I'm calling the same method, my method, with the two arguments, not on single one but two. So you have, whenever you are having two kind of thing, you have to use different variables here. So parameters should be different, should not match. So int x comma int y is there, the return type will be summation of these two numbers, so x plus y we are returning. So 5 plus 3 will get 8 here. So like this you can do, you can pass two or more parameters for a method, and you can get a return type out of that, where you will get here is sum of two numbers which you are passing. So you can also store the result in a variable, like as recommend is easy to mention, read and maintain. So you can see this. So you can store this result in one value, so that you can print it, or you can furtherly use that value. The return type from this method you can store here. It is similar to this, but whereas we are just displaying the result by using console.writeline, here we are storing that with a z variable, integer type variable, and just using that anywhere we want, and just printing here. That is answer is 8. So this type also we can do. This is all about return types. Not only return type is an integer, you can do string type also. You can append two strings to get a full name likewise. Let me write in the comment section, like try yourself, like if you are passing two things, two strings, what is the first name and this is the second name, and that parameters you have to mention f name and l name. So in the return type, I want to get a string of full name that is first name plus last name, and what I also want to get some space in between first name and last name. So try this example and let me know in the comment section. And the one thing which we have to know about the arguments or parameters is named arguments. So you can also pass arguments as named. So for example, if you miss the order, like I have shown you something, right? So 5 I am passing Jenny. So it will got confusion, it will cause an error. So how to overcome this problem is, whenever if you are calling that, where I can specify this is a age parameter, I can tell that. So here I can mention like what is this is this is f name. So this is f name. In the place of age we have to pass this, in the age of f name we have to pass this argument. Like if you told likewise, then it will not create any error. So you can see now error is gone, you are getting the outputs in the correct way. So this is called named arguments. When you will don't know the order of that particular kind of thing, then you can use this named arguments like key and value. It is possible to send arguments with key and value syntax. The way the order of argument doesn't matter. Like see this example so that you will understand. So here child 1 and child 2 and child 3 are the parameters for this main method, which is a void type, just displaying the youngest child out of these three, that is third child they are printing. So whenever you are calling this method, you don't know whether how it is the string order in this method. So you can give directly like child 3, the value which you are using here, you can use that colon. The syntax will be like this: colon and then the value, and after the second parameter colon the value of that, and next the parameter colon value of that. So that so if the order mismatch, like which is return types also, which data types also mismatch, then it will go to the same kind of thing and add value into that parameter, so that the resultant output will you will get. So you can try this example also you can betterly understand by this example, because here you can see this is string type, this is an integer type, so that you will understand so betterly if you use this kind of thing. So here you can see child 3 were passing John, so that John is coming. But third parameter is not a John. Here you can see it's matching is fine. If you didn't write this kind of thing, then it will consider the first thing as in child 1, second thing as child 2, third thing as child 3 only. But you don't know, right? So which child it is, which child. So this time it will give you the same this name, third passed name as a parameter. So whenever you use named arguments, this type of confusion will be not present, so that you will get the correct answers. So you will understand that by using this example better, I hope. Okay, let me see it will getting a third name. So I have removed these things and I have run now. So then again I'm giving the same arguments, then you will get the correct name as John. So this is all about named arguments. Hope you understood, right? So if you have any doubts regarding this, then here you can see John as third parameter. Now it is correct. So with named arguments, you can avoid mistakes likewise. So this is all about named arguments, and we have seen return types, integer and return types, and string type, and we can return anything, void, double, long also. So if there is no any return value, then you can give void as a return type, and default parameter you can set any default value for a parameter. If you're not passing, that particular value will be got displayed. So the so in the method definition which we are having in the brackets, it's called parameters. While you are calling that method, you are passing the value in that parameter, that is called as an argument. So that is all about C sharp method parameters. Hope you have understood. If you like this video, give a big thumbs up below and share this videos to your friends who are at learning stage of web development, C sharp kind of things. We have done so many videos. Just go to my channel and check out all these videos. Thanks for watching. Hope you have liked this video. Until the next video, stay tuned to our channel. Subscribe to my channel for many more videos like this. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.